Welcome back to Gimme Five with Jones and Eli. Eli, the 104th NFL season is underway. Who's the most dangerous team this year?
Well, first of all, Jones, thank goodness it's finally back. Look, I didn't watch much NFL last year, I'll be honest. With the time difference and being at uni and stuff, it's kind of hard. But this season, all off season, I was getting ready. So many great trades, got me really excited for this season, and I can't wait to get it started. Obviously, I'm biased, right? I want to say the Ravens. Lamar just signed a big extension. We got Roquan Smith, some great defensive weapons as well. But if I'm being honest, I think it's got to be the Eagles. Look, I know Super Bowl hangover is a real thing. Very often, when a team goes to the Super Bowl, they lose in the Super Bowl, they don't come back the next year as strong as they did the previous year. But if you look at it on paper, Jones, the Eagles, I think, are the best team in the NFL. We saw it last night with the Chiefs. They're obviously the defending Super Bowl champs, but without Travis Kelce, without Chris Jones, they looked lost. That's the worst receiving core in the NFL. I'm not even joking, and I say that as a guy who's watched recent receiving cores of Willie Snead and Miles Boykin out in Baltimore. This is one of the worst receiving cores I've ever seen. And I think that the Eagles returned pretty much their entire team from last year, and they had arguably one of, if not the best draft in the NFL. How can they not, in my opinion, be the Super Bowl favorites?
Kadarius Toney is so bad, bro. And as a Giants fan, it warms my heart to see a performance like that last night. Guy was an absolute bum. We should have drafted Micah Parsons. Thanks, Dave Gettleman. We get Kadarius Toney instead. End up trading him to the Chiefs. Giants get Darren Waller kind of in return for him in a kind of wish-washy type of way. So happy with that. I agree. Philadelphia is my favorite to probably win the Super Bowl this year. If you look at the NFC, it's not that good, to be honest. It's San Francisco and Philadelphia as the best two rosters, and Philadelphia has the quarterback. San Francisco doesn't, in my mind. Over in the AFC, it's crowded, Elias. What will the Chiefs be? Will they be able to acquire another receiver? How healthy will Travis Kelce, a 33-year-old tight end, be? I'm looking at Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, it was no mistake that they gave that contract to Joe Burrow right before the game. 5 years, 275. If they were going to win, it'll be this year. They have a great receiving core. Their only problem lies their defense is lacking behind some of these other AFC powerhouses.
It's true, and we're talking about sleeper teams here. I like the Cincinnati pick, although not too much as an AFC North fan myself. This is a team that a lot of people are not really sleeping on anymore, and I think actually might be getting a little bit overrated, but I still feel like we need to show them some love. Let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jones, right? A team went to the AFC Championship, obviously, what, 6, 7 years ago. And since then, have really kind of been irrelevant. Obviously, they have Trevor Lawrence, who is the second coming of Peyton Manning, majestic hair and all. And they got Calvin Ridley now. They got a loaded receiving core, good defense. They are a team, and especially I think they play in the worst division in the NFL. So that's going to be pretty much six automatic wins right there. There is a path for them that they could come in, end up getting the 1 seed in the AFC, while these other divisions kind of have to beat each other out, especially AFC North is very loaded. AFC East also super loaded, and the AFC West has some good teams as well. So there's a very realistic scenario, I think, where the Jaguars kind of cruise through the regular season, get that 1 seed, and the road through the AFC maybe runs through Duval County, and we could be looking at Jacksonville in the Super Bowl, Jones.
I love Doug Peterson as a head coach. And yeah, if Calvin Ridley can be what he was before all the troubles, watch out. And you alluded to it quickly, Elias, but the AFC East is absolutely stacked. No offense to Bill Belichick, and condolences. I heard he just broke up with his long-term girlfriend. So that might, put a little hitch in the season, but they're going to finish in last either way. It doesn't matter. The New York Football Jets, the Buffalo Bills, and the Miami Dolphins. That's going to be an amazing divisional race. I love Miami this year. I think their roster is stacked up and down. The Jets defense, I bought into the hype train. I bought into the Brees Hall hype, the Aaron Rodgers hype, the Robert Saleh hype. Loved Hard Knocks. Shout out to them. But I think everybody's sleeping on the Bills, Elias. Nothing's changed, really. Their defense maybe got a little bit worse, but Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, that team is stacked.
I completely agree with you. And you look at the Bills last season, they were the best team in the NFL through the first, 14, 15 weeks. Obviously, there was that huge snowstorm. They missed out on a home game. Damar Hamlin dies on the football field, gets resuscitated, which was crazy. That can't be good for a team morale. And obviously, after that, they kind of tailed off. But yeah, the Bills are absolutely have to be the favorites in that division. And I would say, honestly, the favorites in the AFC right now. But yeah, that division is so loaded. You talk about Belichick with his girlfriend. I don't think the guy has any emotion, so I think they'll be okay. But not a great team in general. The Jets, we'll see what Rodgers does there. The Jets are the Jets for my whole life. When I used to live, obviously, in Jersey, the Jets were the Jets, and I never had any faith in them. We'll see if that changes now. And the Dolphins, I'm hoping they're good because, Jones, they're coming to Frankfurt, and I'm going the game Dolphins Chiefs. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that Tyreek Hill, Tua, and the boys are good, and that Tua just stays alive, so we can see some more good football.
That's an amazing matchup. Tyreek Hill versus his old foe in Patrick Mahomes. And I bet Patrick Mahomes wishes he had Tyreek Hill now. But Chiefs fans, not to worry. I still am picking the Chiefs to come out of the AFC. I think they're the strongest team simply by virtue of they have that bad man, Patrick Mahomes. This has been Gimme 5 with Jones and Eli. Eli, thanks for talking.
Always a pleasure, Jones. Talk to you soon.